All right, let's go to the third out here because here's the thing. Luis Gil, for me, I think needs to be considered potentially for the American League Cy Young. Just to give you an idea, okay? 6-1, not that really matters, but a 2.11 ERA in 10 starts, 55 and a third innings pitched. He's got 70 strikeouts. His whip is 1.012. I just, look, if I can pull it up real quick, let me just see, because the last time I checked, he's fairly up there as far as pitching leaders as well. Right now, he is in the American League, American League right now, he is...
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
You want to know why you're struggling to find Luis Gil on the leaderboards?
Why is that?
Because he doesn't qualify for almost any of the rate-based stats. Because he's 39th in the American League in innings pitched. So he's not going to show up on the ERA leaderboards. He's not going to show up on the WHIP leaderboards. And I'm kind of tipping my hand here as far as why I'm not quite viewing him as a Cy Young contender yet.
Okay.
Which is not to take away from Luis Gil, but that's my that's kind of my 2 cents as you pull up some fun stats for us here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm kind of, here's the thing, is obviously innings pitched is a big deal, right? Like that's not a secret or anything like that. I'm trying to see how he compares as far as starts. Yeah, he's falling about a start or two short of.
He'll be qualified after tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know that that's really going to be an issue here, but where he would rank as far as ERA in the American League is 5th. Lugo, Tanner Houck, Reese Olson, Tarik Skubal. I think the last time I checked, it was 3rd. It was just Lugo and Skubal. I guess Tanner Houck and Reese Olson put together great starts before. He was among the top 3 in WHIP. Here's really my main argument about this. And again, it might be pretty weak, but I'm going to do it anyway. So if you were to replace Luis Gil's name with Gerrit Cole's name, I think that he would absolutely be in the discussion. I don't think it would even be a question. Yes, would he be the leader? Maybe not. But if Gerrit Cole was the name up there instead of Luis Gil, I think most baseball talk shows, including our own, would be talking about a potential back-to-back Cy Young year for Gerrit Cole.
So here's the thing, and you just touched on it, right? Back-to-back Cy Young year?
Yeah.
We've seen this from Gerrit Cole for how many years now? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Gerrit Cole's a known commodity. So if Gerrit Cole were doing what Luis Gil would be doing, we as a baseball world would be we've been trained to take that seriously because we know what Gerrit Cole is, right? Yeah. This is a guy, he's pitched 300 games in his career, 145 and 75, 3.17 career area, 1.09 career WHIP. This is a guy on his way to a potential Hall of Fame induction, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
We know who and what Gerrit Cole is and has always been. I love what Luis Gil's doing. He's on my fantasy team. He's been carrying me. It's been awesome. I'm hoping he does the same thing and beats up on the Angels tonight, partially because fuck the Angels and they're not from LA. But I love what Luis Gil's doing. Don't get me wrong. But let's zoom out a little bit here. This is a guy who even this April posted an ERA over 4. And he's been dominant in May. Don't get me wrong, right? ERA, I think, is half a run in May. He's been awesome. But, we cannot rule out this being a Jeremy Lin sanity run yet. And when you have been great for this short an amount of time, you can't make an argument to me that Luis Gil deserves more love right now than a Reese Olson, than a Seth Lugo, right? Other guys who you could argue are on Linsanity runs right now.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, right? I get that he's wearing the Yankee cap and the pinstripes and he's getting more attention than those guys arguably because of that. And he deserves the attention. Don't get me wrong. I want to be clear here. I'm not trying to take away from how awesome Luis Gil's been, but I think we have to zoom out when we think about who do we actually think is going to win the Cy Young. Like, he's not in that discussion yet for me. Like, I'm not saying he can't get there. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve the hype and the love, and I love that we're pointed out on this show. But like he's not pitching enough innings. He's not pitching deep enough into games. I have my concerns as to whether they're even going to keep him in the rotation when Cole is healthy. At the end of the day, we're talking about one incredibly elite month. I'm pumping the brakes until I see more, but I'm excited for him.
Yeah. I will just point this out as you just brought it up. If they pull him out of the rotation when Gerrit Cole comes back, I will blow a gasket. Like, I will actually march my ass down to Yankee Stadium and start banging on the building. Like it's really going to
Will
be.
you videotape it and post it to the podcast Twitter feed?
Absolutely, I would. You think I would rob our audience from that kind of commentary? Absolutely not. But regardless, like, so, okay, let me pose this question, right? And this might just be like a ballpark answer. So if Luis Gil gives you another month or so of great baseball, is that enough or no? Like how long? Like that's the thing, is like the aura of a fresh new arm that the market isn't bought in on yet. When does that wear off? Right? Like, does it come after a season? Does it come after a summer? Does it come at like where does that line fall for you?
So it depends on where you draw the lines around what is the market. I think people like who are in baseball and into baseball day in and day out will buy in. Like, I'd say if you give me half a season of what he's doing right now, then like it should be another 2 months, I think, before you get to like an actual half season of this type of production.
Yeah, I'll probably need 4 or 5 more starts. Yeah.
Then like amazing, right? But still, there's a reason that like we don't look. I'm trying to think of other guys who kind of fall into this like Tyler Mahle, right? Like, we've seen Tyler Mahle, who's currently hurt right now for the Rangers. We've seen him look like a Cy Young caliber arm for him.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen Edinson Volquez look like a Cy Young caliber pitcher for half a season.
Yeah.
Like we're like it's like, to me, 2 months from now, I'll look at him the way I'm looking at Ranger Suarez now, which is like, maybe this guy's elite, right?
Yeah, right.
But like, to truly cement yourself as one of the elite pitchers in the game, you got to do it for a little while. So again, I hate that I'm playing this side on Luis Gil, because I'm really enjoying watching his success, and I'm rooting for him. But somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, it burns you to your core. I can see it. Laughing at me with my Yankee hat on.